Yes, she is.
Every time I see her play, that's what comes to mind. Scrapper.
Absolutely.
And she's a freshman. Gets the first one. As we said earlier, if you're just joining us, this is the first game of a doubleheader here tonight in Colorado Springs. Beautiful day here today. It's about 58 degrees.
Oh, it's just great. Wasn't
unseasonably warm, right?
Absolutely.
Back up top, Haugen. Long range three. In. Oh! Gets the drop. That's Weiss.
Weiss, the friendly bounce off the glass.
Ames, Iowa, 5'9" guard. 3-1, South Dakota. Gola with the ball. Out to O'Flanagan on the left elbow. Brings inside to Talene. Talene inside to Leaf. Leaf, well guarded. Working inside, hard for the shot. And it goes just off the left side of the rim. Here comes South Dakota Mines again.
Stefik.
Pretty evenly matched game thus far. Yeah. UCCS right now, 7-13 on the season. 4-4 at home, 3-8 on the road.
That's on Fikert over the,
The push off Fikert. Checking in now, for UCCS, number 24, Kaylee Bernard, and number 3, Chelsea Pearson, the sophomore.
We've played some good defense on Haugen right now. They're collapsing.
They are, and that's key.
It is key. That has to be neutralized here tonight if UCCS is going to have a chance.
7-11 left in this first quarter. Feeds inside, wide open shot, and finishes off Anna Haugen, the sophomore guard from Fort Collins, Colorado. Leading scorer for this team. Jeff King, my partner, pointed out earlier, Haugen and Leaf, that's a big matchup here tonight. And down the stretch, it's going to matter.
Yeah, no doubt. They got her on the bench, Leaf, that is, and she's just getting a little rest in.
Outside to Lauren Bennett.
Oh, that's a nice drive.
Nice looking shot, just didn't fall. Good push to the basket. Here comes South Dakota Mines. The kick out. Thought about the three. Drives inside, and she'll get the foul. Yep. She's going to the line. And that's number 12, Weiss. She's a freshman. 5'9" guard. 6:29 left in the fourth quarter. South Dakota Mines 5, UCCS 1. So we've seen both teams take several trips up the floor early and miss shots, but they missed makeable shots.
Absolutely.
Those are shots that got to fall.
You can't. At the end of the day, and you're not converting those, then that's going to come back to bite you.
It's going to cost you.
Yeah.
And it's tough when you get a good push and a good run down the floor and you miss an easy shot.
Yep.
And she hits the free throw. Checking in now, number 5, Kristen Vigil, the sophomore 5'7" guard out of Parker, Colorado for UCCS. And she'll inbound the ball to Abby Fikert. Fikert out of Flower Mound, Texas. Where's that vaunted number 23? Out to the right wing, Pearson. Back to Bennett.
Whoa.
Bennett! Stop, pop, and let it drop. Lauren Bennett from outside, making it happen.
Nothing but net on that one.
Cuts the deficit to 2. Mines, those shots will get you back in a game in a quick. Back out to Weiss. To Stefik. Good defense outside by Gola. Back up top, shot clock to 5. Shot is up, off the rim, and Pearson fights for it, but Weiss will come down with it. Long range 3, South Dakota Mines, got it! Buries it from three-point land.
That's a great shot there. Humple.
Yep, that's an answer.
Yeah, it was. Confident looking shot too.
Yep, Gola with the ball. Getting ready to check in for UCCS number 10, Emily Seifert, the junior. They're looking for some height inside. Foul. It looks like it'll go on South Dakota Mines.
Yeah, definitely. This is a South Dakota Mines team that's really deep on the bench as well. So this will come down to kind of a chess match tonight for Coach Blatt, getting the right substitutions in, keeping his ladies fresh.
Yep. And for South Dakota Mines, their record on the season overall, they're 13-8 conference. They're 8-7. So the conference play between these two teams is just about dead even.
It's pretty darn close. Yeah. I mean,
Pass inside, knocked out of bounds. And speaking of these two teams, Jim, the last time they faced off was Saturday, December 2nd, up in South Dakota. South Dakota was all over it, 65-38. So
yeah,
UCCS looking for a different outcome, obviously, here tonight.
Absolutely.
Down by 5. Clock closing at 5 minutes in the first. Long pass across to Gola. Gola drives, switches, puts it up, and it'll be stuffed. And Humple, the senior guard from Fort Collins, comes down with it. Humple from outside, long range. It's off, rebound, Chelsea Pearson. UCCS obviously wants to work for those high percentage shots, Steph.
Oh, no doubt about it.
In order to keep pace.
Yeah, Humple just thought she was feeling it right there because she drained one earlier.
Sometimes when it's your night, it's your night.
Yeah.
At least that's how you feel.
Hey, no stranger to being confident either. I mean, she's exhibited that throughout her career at Fort Collins High School as well.
Yep. Foco.
Yep.
Checking back in for UCCS, a timeout. Number 20, Kelly O'Flanagan, the junior guard. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Early in this game, 4:28 left in the first quarter. South Dakota Mines leads UCCS, the women's team, by a score of 9-4. You're watching and listening to RMAC Basketball, NCAA Division II. I'm George Holden. He's Jeff King. We're in Colorado Springs at UCCS. We'll take a quick break. Stick with us. We'll be right back. The mountain line with UCCS, the women's team going at it. Mines with a 5-point lead currently. And with the ball. Feeds it out into the left elbow. Drives inside. Kicks it out for the 3. Long range shot. In and out. Rebound O'Flanagan for the Mountain Lions. And the push down the floor. They can cut the deficit here. Pearson drives. Kicks back to Fikert. Fikert thought about it. And a travel on Abby Fikert.
Yeah, good defense there too by the Mines.
Fikert, the freshman, and that kind of stuff with young players, it's going to happen. You got to live and die with young teams.
Exactly. And speaking of young teams, that's the Hard Rockers situation as well as UCCS. Both real young teams.
But talented.
Very talented. I like this substitution. Courtney's in right now out of Overland Park, Kansas.
Yep. Pass up top, long. They like to shoot the 3. South Dakota Mines got it and buries it. Weiss, the freshman, extends the lead, 12-4.
Yeah.
So it's pretty obvious early on, Jeff King, that South Dakota Mines likes to shoot the 3.
Well, they can shoot. There's no question about it. Their offense, that's what they're noted for right now. They make a few adjustments, honestly, on defense, and they're going to be a hard out all the way through to the remainder. And they're also fighting for that last playoff spot in the RMAC. So this is a very pivotal game with 5 or 6 to go, I believe.
Maddie Gola, Shayna Leaf, and Tatum Talene all check back in for the Mountain Lions. Abby Fikert checks out, as did Chelsea Pearson. O'Flanagan inbound. I'm sorry, Pearson in. Way off the mark there.
Not there.
And here comes South Dakota Mines. And that's Showalter. Off to Molstad. Back out to Courtney. Or Cooper. Says Courtney Cooper. Across. Errant pass, but she gets it under control. Long range pass. And the stuff. Good defense by Chelsea Pearson. for the Mountain Lions.
Excellent block there.
That's what they needed.
Great awareness out there. Move for the ball.
To a Flanagan.
Yep. Great job.
Sometimes you got to play stingy defense to set up your offense.
Yeah, exactly.
Leaf works hard inside, gets it. Great body movement by Shanna Leaf. Forced the shot and gets it. They need more of that.
They're going to have a lot more of that. She's going to have to keep those legs under, as you were saying earlier.
Leaf in the paint.
Playing good D down there, too.
Moving it around. Mines, fadeaway jumper.
Wow.
Got it from outside. And that's Humble, the senior guard. 2:18 remaining in the first quarter here at UCCS in Colorado Springs. To lead for UCCS. Ooh, great pass by Shanna Leaf. And there'll be a foul on the floor, but it'll go the other way.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a spark there for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, I'm not sure if you want to get into a real run game here. You want to stick to your game, that defensive grind game that we've seen them do so well in the past.
Sometimes you got to be offensively defensive, right?
Yeah, you do.
Long range three, and they are three happy. South Dakota Mines is. O'Flanagan with the board. She wants to run. Back out to Talene. To Pearson. Tries to feed. She gets it to Leaf. Leaf working inside.
Oh, nice move.
Just off the rim. And it's a foul on the Mountain Lions. It'll go back South Dakota way.
Yeah.
So right now, as far as fouls, South Dakota's taking advantage here.
Yeah, absolutely. And my assessment so far, anyway, is the strong edge goes to the Mines, just because of the shooting. When you're locking up things down low, and you got Leaf in there playing good D, they're kicking it out to one of their shooters. And they've got three other ladies out here that can just pop and drop it, and that's what they're doing.
Yep. Under a minute and a half of the first quarter. Drives inside, misses, and rebound. Chelsea Pearson. Here comes UCCS. Down to Maddie Gola on the right wing. Needs help. Feeds inside to Talene. Talene, turnaround shot, and just off the rim. Rebound. Haugen.
Again.
Another three off the backboard. No good. Good board by Chelsea Pearson to Gola. Looking for an opportunity here. Gola, good move. And kind of a little off balance layup there. But a good move to the basket. All the way across court to Cooper Courtney. Under 37 seconds in the first period. Shot clock at 9 for South Dakota Mines. UCCS needs to play salty defense here. They need a turnover. Long range three, off the rim. Good defense by Pearson. Under 20 seconds in the first quarter. UCCS can work for the last shot right here. Gola with the ball, the freshman. From Arizona to Talene. Inside, great pass to Gola, the give and go. Under 2 seconds, and that'll do it. We are one and done here at UCCS, the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. UCCS cuts the deficit. South Dakota Mines 14-8 over UCCS. And Jeff, what a way for the Mountain Lions to end the first quarter.
Excellent way to end it. That's going to change, hopefully change some momentum and get some going good here on UCCS side. On the other side of the ball, it's the little things that are counting right here for the Hard Rockers. They're making the passes right, they're taking their time, and they're excellent at ball control. So, and they're adjusting well when Leaf's in versus when Leaf's out. Going to need a little bit more contribution from the rest of the team. It's going to have to be a whole team effort tonight, but that was a great way to finish that first quarter.
Yep, well said. George Holden along with Jeff King. Hope you're enjoying this. This is as we said, is the first game of a doubleheader here tonight. Stick with us after this game at 7:30. The men's team will tip off against South Dakota Mines. Right now, UCCS gets the last bucket of the first period. Jeff, they look like they could go on a run, and they've had. Here's the good news for you if you're a UCCS fan. They've had opportunities inside close in the paint. So it's a matter, they can get in there. They just have to finish.
Yeah, they have to finish. That actually, believe it or not, is what South Dakota has a little bit of problem with too, is that second opportunity in their shots. But you're right, UCCS has to finish. They've had good looks, just in and outs, a lot of in and outs, a lot of off the rims. And you know what? I don't know if you really want to play the low percentage shot versus South Dakota. You want to take that baby inside.
Yep.
You want to make it happen.
Yep.
And play your game. You know what I mean? That defensive game. Take your time. Transition game, these ladies here at South Dakota, they can run.
Yep, and they've also shown they have no fear shooting three-pointers in that first quarter.
Not at all.
They will absolutely load and launch.
Absolutely.
Just underway, second period at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. South Dakota Mines with the ball. Good defense by the Mountain Lions. Feed it back up top. Good ball movement. South Dakota Mines trying to feed inside. Good defense by Shanna Leaf. And UCCS, they'll get the ball. That might be that kind of spark is what they need.
Exactly. I think that one just on the line. So let's see if capitalization is in the game tonight. That's what UCCS has to have.
So here we go, back down the floor. UCCS to lead.
Just pass it around, don't force the issue.
Yep. And Kristen Vigil in there. Back to O'Flanagan. Flanagan inside the Leaf. She's got position.
Hey.
And in and out.
What?
Foul on UCCS. So
okay. I didn't catch that one. I couldn't see it too well.
It's a tough go foul-wise right now for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, but UCCS did the right things there. Passed it around the perimeter, worked it inside on passing too, working for the higher percentage shot. Just didn't go, and we had a little foul. But you know what? Let's make it count the first time, right?
Yep. Showalter brings it down for South Dakota Mines. Kicks it out to Weiss. And back over to Stefik. All these girls on this team like to shoot the long-range shot. Long-range pass. Here comes another three. Got it! Buries it! Krista Showalter, the senior guard from Arlington, Washington. Arlington, Washington. Wanted to say Arlington, VA.
I know, that's the first
Arlington, WA.
Too, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
O'Flanagan, is she stuffed as she drives inside? Out of bounds.
I think she played her high school ball at Arlington High School.
Checking in, Abby Fikert, number 23 for the Mountain Lions. It checks out Kelly O'Flanagan, number 20.
Just my take here, but I'd like Fikert to run the lane.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
We don't need.
She's good off the dribble.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's very quick off the dribble.
Absolutely wonderful off the dribble. She can make a lot happen.
Yep. And UCCS coming off their latest game, Westminster and Salt Lake. They lost that 54-42. But as I said, we saw this team beat CSU Pueblo. So it's pretty obvious they can play with anybody in the RMAC.
Well, and yeah, exactly. And Westminster out of Utah, just a fantastic both sides of the men and women's program.
And it's tough to win on the road.
Oh,
it's never easy to win on the road.
Not easy at all. But still hanging around. Mountain Lions still looking for a little change here, momentum, and this is a pivotal game, so they need to keep plugging away.
You hear it a lot in sports, but young teams have to grow together. Well, that's just part of it.
Absolutely. I only see great things for both of these squads, actually. Both these schools are on the uptick, and with a lot of youngsters contributing very, very well.
So inbound, UCCS, shot clock at 15. Inside, great look, and great finish by Shanna Leaf.
One of the nicest passes on the night. There's no question. That was a great bounce pass.
Great assist.
Yep, excellent job there.
That's part of basketball. Set up your teammates.
Oh, you know it.
And spread the wealth, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a 7-point advantage for South Dakota Mines as they work it around. Shot clock at 11. Drives inside. Foul.
Wow.
And that'll go on UCCS.
Yeah.
It's a shooting foul. Nope, it's not. Inbounding it will be Krista Showalter. Feed inside. And Shanna Leaf fights for it. Good defense by Shanna Leaf.
They got to have the edgy D. And she has there.
She has kicked it in high gear.
No question. They're going to need it 110% on her tonight, all the way.
And her being a senior on this squad, there's 3 words when you're a senior on a young squad. Yeah. Lead by example.
Absolutely, and she just did that right there.
Yep.
If all those Lady Mountain Lions would collapse like that, I'm telling you, we'd have a little different score right now. But
Leaf to Vigil on the left wing. Vigil.
Some ball
inside. Tried to get it to Leaf, but it is picked off by Weiss.
Yeah.
Long pass, cross court. Drives underneath and traveling on South Dakota Mines. So it'll go Mountain Line way.
We're fortunate to get that one back. That was another forced issue down here. You don't want those forced turnovers. Bad passes, errant passes, they're going to come back to bite you.
You don't want to make it any easier for your opponent.
Yeah, take your time. This is only a 7-point game right now.
Yep, to lead. To Vigil, to Leaf, to Gola, They're working it around. Shot clock at 12. Leafs got the ball inside. Good move. Just a little too much on it. When she gets those to fall, it's going to be lethal for UCCS. Good defense by Tulane. Looking for help.
There you go. Got some nice defense out here right now.
Yep.
Hands
8 seconds on the shot clock. Stop the jumper from the free throw line. In and out. Rebound by Mines. The trailer comes up and finishes.
Wow.
And great shot there by Weiss, the freshman.
Hogan's rebound made that happen.
Yep. And get ready to check in number 3, Chelsea Pearson for the Mountain Lions. So it's a 9-point game, South Dakota Mines. 6:40 remaining in the first half. Gola with the ball. Back to Tulane. Gola, long range 3, off. And the rebound will go to Stefik. So UCCS, they have worked to get in spots for good shots, but they've got to get them to fall.
Yep.
Driving inside, the layup. Nice move by Weiss, the freshman. It finishes off well.
Yep. That was a fantastic layup.
Yep.
Fikert.
And a foul. And looks like Fikert will go to the line for UCCS. Fikert, the freshman, 5'5" guard from Flower Mound, Texas, and she's only going to get better.
Oh, absolutely. What was key on that drive, though, is the number 2, Stefik, just drew her third personal. So,
yep,
that can come back to bite him right there.
Yep. And
Stefik out of Fossil Ridge.
Yes,
she was a good one.
Shanna Lee for UCCS checks out. Number 24, Lauren Bennett checks in. Lauren Bennett always seems to do a pretty good job off the bench.
That's what we need tonight, no question, the bench strength. Because
hits them both. Fikert gets her free throws.
Need those Mountain Lions to start contributing off the bench. And I think they're
chip in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They always have done a pretty darn good job. So
long range 3, off. Rebound, Pearson.
She's
for the Mountain Lions. Up to Vigil. Pearson to Bennett. Back to Vigil. And good defense by South Dakota Mines. Fikert thought about it, stops all the way across to Pearson.
Plenty of time.
Pearson traveling, and they looked like they had something going there, but little mistakes.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of anxiety out there, it feels like almost. Yep. It's almost like the hesitation, and am I going to go ahead and make this pass, or am I going to shoot it?
Yep.
You know, it's not concrete right now, and I'll tell you what, that's going to come back to bite. It did there when the traveling call.
Yep. South Dakota Mines with the ball. Transition basketball, I had a former coach years ago say transition basketball is like dancing. Everybody's got to get to the beat and the rhythm. And then it starts working.
I think it's said very well.
Yep.
Wow.
And foul underneath. That'll be a shooting foul. And that's number, I believe it's 25. That's Molly McCabe. Sophomore, 5'11", from Centennial, Colorado. Gets the first free throw. Checking in, Seifert and O'Flanagan for the Mountain Lions. So Mountain Lions don't want this to get into a 14, 16-point lead. They want to keep it in single digits, obviously.
Yeah.
And start hitting some of these easy layup looks they're getting underneath.
Absolutely.
Tulane to Pearson. Tulane off the rim. Seifert knocks it away, and Vigil with the finish. Good defensive play by Seifert to knock it back.
Yeah, that was key.
And we're under 5 minutes left in the first half here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. Women's basketball. RMAC, NCAA Division II. Up top, South Dakota Mines. Head fake. Back. Nice pass. And off the rim, but rebound O'Flanagan.
Great pass by Courtney there.
Flanagan to Pearson. Back to O'Flanagan. Tulane. The dribble. Vigil on the left wing. Driving, working away inside. Nice pass underneath. And the finish by Seifert. What a great look underneath in that quick, zippy pass. and gets the finish. Easy one. And they'll take that all night if they can.
Absolutely. That's the type of passing we're talking about right there. It has to happen.
Yep. Under 4 minutes here in the first half. Head fake, shot up, in, out. Oh, Flanagan had a shot at it, but then it goes back South Dakota Mine's way. Shot clock restarts. It's one thing UCCS needs to improve on in this game is the rebounds.
Yeah.
There's the shot.
Yeah.
McCabe.
Yeah. And wide open, just good passing made that happen. Out on the perimeter there in the corner, and then boom, dump it down low.
Quick passing creates multiple opportunities.
Yeah, she had a great look. Wonderful look, yeah.
And a foul underneath. And that'll go on South Dakota Mines. Timeout on the floor. 3:26 left in the first half here at UCCS in Colorado Springs. South Dakota Mines leads it 25-16. You're watching and listening to RMAC Basketball NCAA Division II. I'm George Holden. He's Jeff King. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to action at UCCS. Women's basketball inbound. The Mountain Lions. Chelsea Pearson with the ball. 3:20 and counting left in this first half of play. Glad she could join us. Vigil with the ball. Kicks it out to O'Flanagan. Flanagan using her shoulder there. Stop. Pop. Oh. Off the back of the rim. Looked like it had a chance. Rebound South Dakota Mines. Down the floor, Showalter. Back up to Molstead. And Pearson playing good defense out on the left wing.
Yeah, very nice D there by Pearson.
Yep.
Having a nice
Feet
first half,
inside. Talene. The stuff, but they're going to get the foul.
Yeah.
They're going to call UCCS. I believe it's O'Flanagan. Blocking foul. And she'll go to the line. Number 4, Taylor Molstead from Rapid City, South Dakota. 5'10" guard. She's a junior. In and out. I remember when I was playing basketball, you always feel, I don't know, it sounds bad, you always feel a little bit better when you do foul somebody and they miss their free throws.
Right.
It's almost like, it wasn't all for naught.
Yeah, it's kind of a moral victory.
When they hit him, you're like, eh.
Yeah.
Or did I really foul the wrong person?
Exactly.
Number 4, Bolstead hits the second of 2. Yep. You got to look for the positivity wherever you can find it. O'Flanagan brings it down. 10-point ball game right now.
Well, South Dakota is a good free throw shooting team.
Yes.
So,
and again, the records right now, South Dakota Mines, they're 8-7 in conference, 13-8 overall. UCCS 7-8 conference, 7-13 overall. So all of their wins have come in conference play.
Absolutely.
Which is a blessing.
Absolutely.
If you're going to lose games, lose the non-conference.
Right. South Dakota got out of the gate with 3-0 at home, well, and on the road, but non-conference play.
Oh, great feed inside. It's Seifert not able to finish and capitalize. It was there.
Yeah.
Long range 3 off and saves it, but Talene gets it for UCCS. Up the floor to Vigil. Thought about it. Nope. Back to Talene to set up shop. Pearson all the way across to Vigil. Vigil with the head fake.
Kick it back.
Back out to Talene. To O'Flanagan. Shot clock at 13. Pearson getting trapped, and O'Flanagan will get it. Back out to Pearson. Shot clock at 5. They're going to have to get it off here, and puts it up. doesn't get the roll. They have not had luck with some of those layups inside tonight.
They're just that close.
So they're going to have to work for it. South Dakota Mines with the ball, under 1:45 in the first half. Time becoming a factor. UCCS needs to close the gap. Kicks it out on the right wing to Humple. Drives, good defense by Veal.
Wow.
Fadeaway shot.
That was good D.
Great defense by the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, nice D.
And if you're UCCS in the first half with 1:26, this is the time to make that push before halftime.
You got to do it. I mean, what do we have? 1:20 left?
Down by 6, 10. If you can cut it to 6, that is a moral victory.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're down by 10, so.
Single digits if you have to go in at halftime.
Exactly.
Here comes O'Flanagan, bringing it down. They're going to work for the good shot. Pearson to V-Hill. Shanna Leaf back in the lineup. They need to get her involved in the paint. Pearson from long range off the rim and fought for.
Hey, good hustle.
Timeout, South Dakota Mines.
Wow.
Timeout by head coach Ryan Larson. So we're looking at both. Let's take a quick look with 1:02 remaining in the first half. The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, there's 15 teams. Right now, South Dakota Mines is 9th, UCCS 10th, respectively.
Right.
Best team in the conference, or the two best, CSU Pueblo, who we saw these women's team, the Mountain Lions, beat handily. Earlier in January. That was something
really
else.
Good, yeah.
They're 13-2. They've had 2 conference losses, one of those to UCCS.
Yeah.
And the Black Hills State, which will be here tomorrow night, they're 11-4.
Yeah, they're good.
So you look at, we talked about this before with matchups and math and your record and how this plays out. Basically, UCCS, they need to look at getting a win every night, and if they can squeak in, great. But from conference play, to be honest with you, they could mathematically do it if they win.
Oh, yeah, and you hit it on the head. They're going to have to win out.
You know, what a great opportunity if it's a young team. Even if you squeak in, you're young and you get in.
Oh, what a builder there is. That's a total confidence booster. But I'll tell you what, these ladies, they've got it in them. They can come back and take this thing.
Yep. Got to play smart basketball.
Got to play smart.
Take advantage of your opportunities.
Yeah.
And not give your opponent more than you think they deserve.
Yeah.
South Dakota Mines.
Wow, that's a good move.
Drives inside. Great move.
That was an excellent move.
To force it, number 15, Cooper Courtney, the sophomore from Overland Park, Kansas.
Yeah.
5'6" guard.
She was all-state, all-conference out there, too.
Yeah, she made that happen.
No stranger to driving the lane. She's tough.
Nope, yep. She's fearless.
Absolutely.
And now she'll try to extend her team's lead, gets the first
go.
one. And as you said, pretty good team at the line.
Yeah, they are.
So UCCS,
solid.
They're definitely in this game.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do some fine-tuning at halftime.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the big things, Jeff, is when you get in the paint, you got to hit those shots.
That's it. It's just a matter of.
And they've been in there multiple times tonight.
It's a matter of inches, and they just haven't been falling.
Yep.
I mean, quite frankly, the other take I've got is the outside perimeter shooting. Keep driving the lane. Keep forcing the issue inside.
Yep. 3 words come to mind. Find your shot.
Find your shot.
Find it.
There you go. I like
the head
that
fake
move.
Goes inside.
That's
Great
nice.
finish. Great looking shot. The runner by Tatum Talene.
Talene looked good there. That was a great head fake. Nice move in the lane.
Under 30 seconds in the first half here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. Gallagly Event Center. George Holden and Jeff King. RMAC basketball. First game of a doubleheader. Under 15 seconds. Long range 3 off. Rebound by Haugen. And they're 2 seconds on the shot clock. They miss. Rebound. And UCCS, they're going to get an opportunity at the last shot. Chelsea Pearson puts it up. Doesn't get the foul.
Nope.
And we are one and done. 1 half in the books in Colorado Springs. Halftime here at UCCS women's basketball. South Dakota Mines leads UCCS 28-18. George Holden along with Jeff King. And Jeff, for the most part, a pretty rapidly moving first half here at UCCS.
Yeah.
We've seen the Mountain Lions get into the paint numerous times tonight and work for that good shot. Shots have not fallen. That sounds like something at halftime that they'd be able to say, hey, look, you guys are getting close.
Yeah.
We just need to get some of these to roll and some of these to fall. Mm-hmm. And guess what? This game can change in our favor very quickly.
Oh, absolutely. And just here's the other thing. Be sure of your shot. When you're going in and you're taking the lane, there's some openings, or you're going off a ball screen, you're working inside. Take your time. take a second or two or half a second in basketball or something, but at least be sure of your shot. Don't hesitate, think I'm going to pass or shoot or what am I going to do, because I'm seeing a lot of that, kind of trepidation, and I'm like, not familiar with that with the UCCS squad. They're usually pretty darn sure about what they're going to do and where they're going to carry it through. So I'd like to see a little bit more sure-handedness and definition, I guess, in their passing game. Exploit that lane and go down low. Get into that war of attrition if you have to. Go ahead and bounce South Dakota out there with foul trouble. That's going to also work in the UCCS favor, in the Mountain Lions' favor, I should say, and they're going to build that confidence that way. They're going to get a little more hopeful, a little bit more strong. And like we've already seen early, South Dakota had one of those issues already. One of their top snipers, if you will, already in foul trouble.
Well said.
Yeah.
George Holden along with Jeff King. We're at halftime here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs, the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. And at halftime, the Mountain Lions down by 10. And Jeff, to add to that, we were talking about this first half of play. It's pretty obvious that South Dakota Mines likes to take those long-range threes. They've missed several.
Yeah.
And if you're Lynn Plett and his coaching staff, a couple things you might be able to say is, hey, these guys are taking a lot of long-range threes. They're missing. We need to capitalize, get those rebounds, get the transition game going, and get back into this game the first 3 to 4 minutes of the third period.
You nailed it with transition game, because that is essential, and it's not really happening right now. At least it's not being capitalized on. So Mountain Lions are getting that ball, getting another look. But a lot of second looks are not happening for them offensively. You got Haugen down low, clearing the boards, both sides of the court. She's a wonderful rebounder. It's going to be tough to beat. You're going to have to make those high percentage shots. I'm not so sure if I'm sold on the outside perimeter work as much more to the arsenal of UCCS is working it down low on the passing game. If you notice South Dakota, very methodical, right? They have a system that they're focused on, and they take their time passing. I would expect that from scientists and engineers out of South Dakota, right?
Well said.
But the bottom line is they don't make many mistakes there. So we can't afford to make mistakes either, and we're going to have to take a higher percent shot. So I would probably work lower, give Leaf some help, and draw the foul if you can. Drive the lane. Fikert, go in and drive the lane. She's been working the baseline good. Let's start using some of these other lanes. The soft lane on the opposite side, the weak side, if you will. That has to happen. I'm not seeing it.
Yep. Well said, Jeff King, George Holden. And on that note, UCCS right now, Jeff, if you look at it, just what we've seen transpire in the first half of this game, another thing, they've got them as far as fouls. South Dakota Mines did a good job drawing a lot of fouls in the first half. UCCS, that's got to put that in the back of the brain there, store that and say, hey, we need to play some more basketball in the second half. If you're going to foul, make it count.
Absolutely.
And when South Dakota Mines is missing those shots, get those rebounds back to the floor. I liked what UCCS is doing, getting Shanna Leaf in the paint. She's had numerous really good looks.
Yeah.
She's getting those shots up. She's working to the basket, just not getting the fall. Yeah. If they keep feeding her in the second half, she starts getting some of those to fall, UCCS is right back in business.
Absolutely. And if you see on the defensive scheme, when Leaf is down low, collapsing on Haugen, you're getting help, and she did. Fikert was one of those, got called on one of the fouls early on. But the bottom line is moving to the ball, helping her on D. Somehow, some way, it got away from that. And putting that thinking cap on and going, okay, wait a second, we've got a little transition. Timeout works wonders if you need it, right, just to catch the breath. Leaf's going to have her work cut out tonight, but let's get the other ladies involved to help out. Leaf is definitely one of your top 25 gals in the RMAC. There's no question about it. She's a producer all the way. But when you have 4 on the other side of the ball, we've got to do something, right? And I'm just thinking if I can see some of that stingy or edgy D, as I call it, with UCCS, and force a few turnovers, then guess what? Going the other way, Mountain Lions have a chance.
Well said.
Yes.
Right now, South Dakota Mines, women's basketball, they lead by 10, 28-18 over the Mountain Lions here at UCCS. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and bring you all the second half action. He's Jeff King. I'm George Holden. Hope you're enjoying watching RMAC NCAA Division II women's basketball. Keep it right here, folks. We'll bring you all the second half action in just a bit.
Okay. Only one more day before finals. You got this.
What I like most about UCCS is the resources. Not only do we have really breathtaking view of the mountains and the sky and the nature here, but it's the positive atmosphere. Everybody here supports you. Everybody here wants you to succeed and build your life to its fullest.
Almost there. Keep going.
When I'm in this environment, I feel like I'm getting closer to success.
The majestic mountain lion, one of nature's most powerful predators. Primarily indigenous to the Americas, this big cat is known to make its home just about anywhere. Although most consider them to be solitary in nature, these big cats actually show advanced social intelligence. This cat is known to be territorial, and as such will fiercely defend its territory from other big cats, employing a blend of power and stealth. Except during courtship. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion. The mountain lion is one of the strongest members of the feline family. The average mountain lion lives 5 times a day and consumes up to 3 times its weight in protein. It shares many characteristics with its domestic counterparts, the good and the bad. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
I finally found the healthcare I've been looking for. It's the UCCS Health Circle Primary Care Clinic across from University Village on North Nevada Avenue. The nurse practitioner managed clinic is a perfect fit. I have longer appointments so I don't feel rushed. And we've created a personal health plan that's really working for me. UCCS Health Circle is more than a provider. They're my new healthcare partner.
The majestic mountain lion, the perfect combination of size and deadly agility. This big cat is capable of speeds of 40 to 50 miles per hour, when properly motivated. UCCS, find your inner mountain lion.
Well, today we are hosting the first or inaugural bike summit in Colorado Springs. People are here today to focus on bike advocacy, bike friendliness, and work toward having a stronger bike culture in our community.
It's a much lower bar to entry than I think a lot of people think it is, because you don't need a really expensive bike. You can ride whatever bike you have. It's not as complicated as I think some people make it out to be.
Just get out there, try and become a voice. It's those voices that are going to affect change, and that's what we need here.
At the end of the day, it's really taking that energy and harnessing it in some way, and then getting it to really move the needle, to talk to policymakers, to be talking to our business environment.
We all need to work together to make Colorado Springs a friendlier place for biking.
I think this is a big deal, though. I think we're going to look back at this day and say that was a watershed moment, that it really sort of started a new chapter in bicycling in Colorado Springs.
Welcome back, everybody, here at the Lions Den at UCCS, the University of Colorado, here in Colorado Springs. The Mountain Lions down by 10 to South Dakota Mines. I'm George Holden. He's Jeff King. Glad you could join us for college basketball here in Colorado. We're looking at this game, Jeff, talking about it again. UCCS very much in this game. Got to hit those shots in the paint. Make sure that they get the transition game going and they can finish off and they can climb back into this game very quick here in the third quarter. But it's crucial also, we talked about it again, I'll hammer it home. South Dakota Mines, not shy, taking the three-point shot. UCCS knows this after the first half, so get yourself under the basket, get the defensive rebounds to take that away from them and take them out of their game.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's something that it's about imposing your game if you're the Mountain Lions. In other words, defense is the strong point of Coach Plett's team, and these Lady Mountain Lions can really play good ball. Defensively, though, take your time and make those crisp passes. I'll tell you what, South Dakota Hard Rockers are not shy, like you said. The transition game is in their hands at points. And bottom line is they make their passes methodically, crisply, fundamentally sound.
Yep.
And they do have bench depth, but the bottom line is if I'm UCCS, I'm going down low a bit. I'm going to start exploiting that a little bit. And I say exploit rather liberally, but the bottom line is they're going to have to try to work down low on some of these lady Hard Rockers that are just playing very well. Get them in foul trouble, war of attrition takes place, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So We are underway here in the second half at UCCS. South Dakota Mines with the ball and the lead. Navy blue and gold trim. UCCS, obviously the gold, black, and white trim. Drives inside, kicks it up underneath, gets the shot and the finish. Anna Haugen, the sophomore.
Starting right where she left off.
O'Flanagan drives the running shot. Great answer by O'Flanagan for the Mountain Lions.
That was a great drive.
Back up top, South Dakota Mines. UCCS is going to have to do the job on the boards, win the board battle.
Definitely.
And
yeah.
Shanna Leaf
Yep.
to Fikert, the freshman. Looking for her to drive to the lane a little more in the second half.
Absolutely. Love to see that.
Back to Shanna Leaf. Tries to work her way inside. Ball knocked away, but they'll retain it. And again, she had good looks inside several times in the first half. Really did a good job working her way to the basket.
Great job.
If some of those start falling, 6, 8, 10 points, this game changes.
Oh, absolutely.
And officials will reset. I don't care what anybody says as a player. You always like this because it always gives you a breather.
No, definitely.
You know?
Especially in hoops.
Yep. Even 2 minutes feels like a lifetime.
Yeah, no doubt.
Long range pass. No good.
That was just a court awareness issue.
Yep. Know where you are, right?
Right.
And be where you are.
Exactly.
It's amazing the things you pick up over the years from other people, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Or you hear a coach just yelling into your ear enough long time, you start picking it up.
Yeah.
South Dakota Mines with the ball. 8:49 in the third quarter. The foul, and UCCS will go the other way.
That's some good defense right there.
Yep.
I see an energized defense. I see aggressively moving and getting edgy, as I was saying earlier, to the ball, collapsing and challenging. That's what's going to have to happen to create those turnovers.
Yep.
They're doing a good job so far.
Lynn Plett, the head coach for these Mountain Lions in his second season. Maddie Gola to Shanna Leaf. Back to Talene, the freshman. Kicks it out to Gola. Wanted to Talene, not there. Back to Fikert. She'll set it up. Shot clock at 5. They're going to have to work the shot. Shanna Leaf underneath.
Got to have that.
Misses.
Great pass.
And it was there.
Yeah, have to have that.
South Dakota Mines. With the ball, Haugen. She's the spark for these Hard Rockers. Back out to the left wing to Stefik.
There we go.
Knocked away. Good defense by the Mountain Lions, but they've got to capitalize. You play good defense, you got to get points at the other end.
We've already had a couple opportunities here this second half, or third quarter, I should say, and they've got to drop in now.
Yep. So right now, it's still a 10-point game. South Dakota Mines. Fikert to Talene. Good defense by South Dakota Mines.
Yeah.
And UCCS is going to have to make plays. O'Flanagan to Fikert. Off the rim. Rebound, Shanna Leaf, and the return. Leaf with the board and the bucket.
That was big.
Yep. And they needed more of that. Leaf prowling the paint for the Mountain Lions. South Dakota Mines, Hard Rockers. Moving around, Emily Seifert will check in for UCCS momentarily.
Nope.
Long range 3, South Dakota Mines off the rim. Rebound, Kelly O'Flanagan.
Good positioning there by O'Flanagan with the board.
But don't get greedy here.
Yeah, keep it in control.
Yep.
Don't force it.
And Gola back to O'Flanagan. She's driving. Puts up the shot off the rim a little short. Coming down with it, Sammy Stefik. Pass all alone for the 3. In and out. Rebound. The stop, but she'll finish and go to the line. Anna Haugen gets the bucket and a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah. That's what happens when you spread out that D. You're looking at the shot. Nobody's collapsing to the rim. Haugen's right in the right spot. She made him pay.
Seifert checks in for Shanna Leaf. V-Hill, number 5. She'll check in for number 23, Abby Fikert. Fikert just hasn't been able to find her groove tonight so far.
Not yet. It's just
there's a lot of basketball left to play.
Oh, yeah.
And checking out is Showalter, number 20, the 5'8 guard for the Hard Rockers. Haugen. Got it.
Wow.
She's a good one.
Yeah, she is. She's got a great shot.
10 points again. UCCS has cut it to 6 and 8. Just can't seem to get it lower than that. Errant pass.
And that's Haugen again. Good awareness away from the ball, too.
Yep. What do you do?
Yeah, there's nothing you do on that. That's just good.
Well, we talked about it before. You have to adapt and adjust.
You have to adapt and adjust, and that's just good presence. It's one of those instinctual things, and 22 definitely shows that out there tonight.
She's got basketball smarts.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm impressed.
Yep. And Molstead tried to get inside, gets it back to Cooper Courtney. Feed inside.
Look at that.
Kicks it out. Another three.
Wow.
Bang! Got it from outside.
Again. And look at the assist now Haugen contributes there.
And a steal.
Wow.
By Weiss, the freshman. And a steal by Talene. So back at you for the Mountain Lions to Seifert. Transition, got it.
All right.
The Mountain Lions trying to keep pace. And Chelsea Pearson, number 3, will check back in.
Hey.
Yep. The whistle, and it'll go UCCS way. So sometimes momentum shifts happen.
Yeah, it does.
And when they do, they happen for one of two reasons. A, they just happen, or 2, you made it happen.
Yeah.
This is the time for UCCS to make the momentum shift happen.
Absolutely. And, again, it's the play away from the ball that's happening right now that I see on the other side with South Dakota. But I will tell you this. I don't know if we could sustain it if it's one break for us and they score twice and back and forth. My math, I haven't been in math for a while, but it just doesn't add up to me. So, I mean, knuckle down on the D, confidently drive the ball to the lane, see what happens.
Yep. Chelsea Pearson with the ball. Under 5.5 to play in the third quarter here in UCCS in Colorado
that's a
Springs.
nice move
Shot put up by Seifert. Good effort and a foul underneath on the Mountain Lions.
I think that was Pearson.
I would agree. I believe you're right.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those positioning games. Down low, she's in the right spot. She played the ball well. She's aware of it.
When you find your spot, you hit your shot.
Oh, my gosh.
South Dakota Mines, long pass. The shot up. No good by McCabe. Rebound. V-Hill.
Okay.
She's going to have to wait for help. Drives the court. Almost gets the coast-to-coast there.
Yeah, she did.
Got to settle it down a little bit. Long-range 3, and it's off. Rebound by Weiss. She'll put it up. Got it! Weiss splits the net.
Woo. Wow, that was a shot.
And those are tough.
Hey, and she was hot the first half.
Number 24, Lauren Bennett, will check in for the Mountain Lions.
Boy, she had a nice stroke on that one, didn't she?
Yep.
Wow.
So UCCS got to work for the good shots and be painfully patient. Don't let it get out of control.
Exactly.
Steal. And coming down with it, it's Molstead. Taylor Molstead, the junior. Feeds inside, and a turnover, South Dakota Mines. And checking in, Tatum Talene and Lauren Bennett. Seifert and Gola will check out for the Mountain Lions. Take a quick timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. UCCS fighting hard, scrapping, trying to stay in this one, down 39-24 to South Dakota Mines. I'm George Holden. He's Jeff King. You're watching and listening to NCAA Division II basketball in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference in Colorado Springs. Stick with us. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
170 miles. Located primarily in North America, these majestic creatures can traverse a large variety of terrain. There are, of course, some rare.
Welcome back to the Lions Den. Colorado Springs college basketball. George Holden and Jeff King. We got a good one. UCCS and South Dakota Mines, the women's game. Keep in mind, right after this tip-off, 7:30, the men's game, a doubleheader. With the ball, Stefik through the legs. Gola guarding the pick set. Foul call as Tatum Talene hits the hardwood. She is a physical, aggressive basketball player.
No doubt about it. And that's who UCCS needs to even step up big time here as the third quarter winds down.
Nice defense by Tatum Talene, knocks it away. And she's another one of those freshmen on this squad. She's just going to get better. But young players have to go through growing pains.
Yeah, they do.
And learn how to play together. Inbound, South Dakota Mines. With the ball, Stefik. Out to Weiss. Right wing to Courtney. Rebound. UCCS. Here comes Talene with the ball. Stop, dribbles, shot up and good!
Boy, that
Talene's ears were burning.
Yeah, they were.
And she hits it.
Reminiscent of Gola right there to start the third quarter.
Yep.
Nice layup, confidently.
Good
Hey,
defense.
Good Stay with
Great
that.
job by Bennett. Long three.
Ooh.
It's in.
Wow.
Cooper Courtney, the sophomore from Kansas.
Yeah.
That was a long-range shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And those are tough to keep coming back from.
Oh, absolutely.
Vigil, back to Talene.
Well,
And the shot in, out. Bennett fights for it. But Mines will come down with it. That's Humple, Peyton Humple. Back to Humple. Out to Weiss. To Courtney. Good movement by South Dakota Mines. Good defense. Knocks it away. Bennett. Shanna Leaf will check in for the Mountain Lions. And for Mines, it'll be Krista Showalter out of Arlington, Washington. So UCCS, Jeff, kind of letting this get away from a little bit. 2:40 left in the third. O'Flanagan checks in for Chelsea Pearson.
that shot by Courtney, that kind of got the momentum even growing more on South Dakota's side. That was a dagger right there.
Yep. But you got to keep chipping away.
Got to.
Shot clock at 9. UCCS needs to put the clamps on.
Hey, good
turnover.
Leaf.
Vigil bringing it down the floor. Out to Gola. Wisely gives it up to Talene. O'Flanagan. Inside to Leaf. Working.
Wow.
Turns around and just not over the rim. She's doing a great job working inside the paint. But they've got to fall.
She's had her chances.
Yep, they're there.
Oh, that's a nice fake.
Yep, head fakes and gets it.
Woo.
Cooper Courtney.
Courtney again. Heating up.
44-26. Mountain Lions. Vigil to Talene. The shot and open, but just not enough on it. South Dakota Mines continues to work it around. Under a minute and a half in the third quarter. Underneath, great finish. Molly McCabe out of Centennial, Colorado.
Hey, that was strong.
Yep.
Reverse move, huh?
So it's a 20-point advantage for the Hard Rockers. Leaf with the ball. Closing in on a minute. Shanna Leaf drives inside. Gets the shot, or puts up the shot. And if you go back and you look at how many times Leaf's been in the paint and put up those easy gimmies and add those up, that's huge.
Well, totally huge. And this is what I was hoping might have transpired a little earlier in the game, too.
Yep. Sometimes it's just hard to find your shot and get it to fall.
Absolutely.
And this is the first free throw. Checking in, 23 Humple, 22 Haugen for UCCS. Kirsten Vigil checks out, Fikert back in. So when you're down by 20, you get back into it one trip at a time.
That's it.
And misses the second.
Need the board
and
there.
Talene fighting for it in the paint. It'll be a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And it should be UCCS ball.
Yeah, UCCS ball, yeah.
So good effort. And O'Flanagan will inbound for the Mountain Lions. The officials are talking it over. Sometimes you wonder what they're talking about. You know?
Sometimes.
Speaking of talking, there's a lot of talk going on right now about Sunday's Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Switching
exactly.
gears a little bit.
Yeah.
Tom and the Brady Bunch
Oh,
and
boy.
Bill Belichick looking for another ring like they don't already have enough.
Right, exactly.
Taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Spread the wealth.
The Eagles are thinking upset.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to earn it, boy.
Oh, absolutely.
Talene.
Hey.
Outside, off the rim, rebound, fought for.
Nice
and
hustle.
UCCS get it back.
Hustle.
Talene cutting inside, backed away.
Good D.
And Haugen.
Wow.
Back down the floor, long pass, shot, up, off. O'Flanagan with it. 37 seconds and counting in the third period. UCCS loses control, gets it back, and a foul on the floor. Ball starts rolling around, and weird things happen.
Yeah.
You know? and when you're running in a basketball game full speed, it's hard to hit the brakes sometimes.
Heck yeah. You got to grab onto something, I guess.
Right? It's like running around in a parking lot, you know? That's what it reminds me of. All the bodies running around. It's like a small parking lot, and you got to make sure that you're able to hit the brakes.
That's it.
Just threw that analogy in there for what it's worth.
I love that. I love it. That's awesome.
So officials discussing it. There'll be a timeout.
Yeah.
34.4 seconds left in the third period. George Holden, Jeff King. Just want to make sure to give a shout out and some appreciation to the media crew here at UCCS for the Mountain Lions. And I'm going to go through this. Angie, Ben, Sarah, Michelle, Garrett, Carlton, Lily, Michael, and Josh. Say that 5 times real fast.
Nailed it. No way.
Want to give a shout out to those guys. They do a fantastic job to make it possible for us to bring in these basketball games, which we love to do. And they tolerate us, which is good.
Exactly. Really good.
Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, Women's Division, 15 teams. As we said earlier, if you're just joining us, South Dakota Mine's 9th right now, 8-7 in conference, 13-8 overall. UCCS right behind them, 10th place, 7-8 conference, 7-13 overall. All of their wins have been conference wins. And UCCS, they're 4-4 at home, 3-8 on the road.
Yeah.
So with the remaining games, mathematically, they have a shot, Jeff. But it's a matter of just worry about what you're doing and get your wins. Don't worry about everybody else in the conference. Let all the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, exactly.
And see how it turns out.
Yeah, and not you can microscope this game, for example, and say, okay, so why am I playing their game when I could be setting up and playing our game? And, you're not just from what I've seen this season offensively, you're not going to be able to keep us with South Dakota, not on the offensive shooting. What's happening here, too, as you just saw with O'Flanagan, a frustration foul. She's bringing the ball down. It's an unforced error. It kicks off her knee, and the next thing you know, she's laying on top of a hard rocker going, out of frustration, trying to grab the ball back.
Yeah.
And it's a testament to South Dakota Mines and their play right now and how frustrating it can be, and especially when you're 20 points down. So I would hope, and I think this timeout's going to work in UCCS's favor. Coach Plett letting them know what needs to be done, but let's get back to working down low, working the lane, putting up some good shots, not forcing the issue.
Yep.
Believe it or not, we've got 34 seconds left in this period, and we got a full period left to go.
Yep.
A lot of damage can be done, and hopefully UCCS can scrap back.
Yep. So here we go. 34.4 seconds in the third period. South Dakota Mines with the ball and the lead. UCCS down by 20, and they got to chip away at this lead. And it starts with good defense. Fiker. Under 20 seconds. They're going to work the shot clock at 14. Inside. Humple. Back out to the left wing. Long-range pass to Sefik. Drives inside.
Wow.
Misses a shot. Toledo get the board. Under 5. And the Mountain Lions will get the last shot of the third period. O'Flanagan drives up. And the foul. It'll be the charge.
Yep, charge.
With 0.5 seconds.
A little bit out of control there.
Great effort by O'Flanagan.
Was a good.
But sometimes when you get driving and they converge, look for help.
Yeah, spread the wealth a little bit here. You don't have to take it coast to coast. Go ahead and look for the open.
There's the press.
Nope.
Long range shot. We are 3 down and 1 to go in Colorado Springs at Gallagher Event Center, a.k.a. the Lions Den, Division II college women's basketball. It's a 20-point advantage for the Hard Rockers of South Dakota Mines over the Mountain Lions of UCCS. He's Jeff King. I'm George Holden. We'll take a quick break, and we'll set it up for you. Fourth quarter action getting ready to start. Don't go anywhere. You're watching and listening to RMAC Basketball. Back to action. Welcome to UCCS Colorado Springs, getting set for the fourth and final period. Women's basketball. South Dakota Mines and the Mountain Lions, the home team of UCCS, looking to climb back in. South Dakota Mines with the ball. Long range pass. And good defense by UCCS. They clamp down with the vice.
Yeah, that's excellent.
On the right elbow. Forcing it back out to South Dakota Mines. Long pass.
Get out there.
They're off the rim, and O'Flanagan comes down with it for UCCS. Brings it down the floor. Inside, Shanna Leaf. Good look to lead. O'Flanagan. Bang! From outside. Drills it from three-point land.
There we go.
And Lynn Plett is getting vocal with the official. Whoa, he was out of his chair quick.
He was.
Man.
It was
That's called.
That's Fikert.
Yep. That's called chair vertical.
Exactly.
I mean, he was just up.
Well said, well said.
South Dakota Mines with the ball. Kicks it up top to Weiss. Back out to Showalter. Looking for help. UCCS. Shot up. Rebound. Shanna Leaf from Mountain Lions. If they're going to make a run, they got to do it now. Talene. Back to Fikert.
Yep, working around here.
Back to O'Flanagan. Under 8.5 in the final period.
That's it.
Drives in. She'll draw the foul. And getting ready to check in, Kristen Vigil, number 5 for UCCS. And number 15, Cooper Courtney, the sophomore, for South Dakota Mines. So right now, it's crucial with subs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rotations.
Gola, nice move on the baseline there to draw the foul. That was an excellent move. This is the type of stuff. It's ratcheting it down a little bit, and they have.
Yep.
Now make some smart passes. Try using that court a little bit on the bounce passes instead of the air passes, too.
Good feed. They must have heard you inside the Leaf. Travel. Shanna Leaf.
Oh.
Frustrating night.
Yeah, very.
And
wow.
Sometimes, like you said, you work. Sometimes you work too hard.
Yeah, exactly.
You overdo it.
Absolutely.
Left wing, South Dakota Mines. That was Courtney with the ball. Back to Bolstad.
There's an unfortunate.
Good defense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And almost.
Oh.
And Leaf.
Really?
Just pulls up too soon. It was there.
She's upset.
Yep.
Rightfully so. But that's just good transition ball there by South Dakota right now.
Yep.
Gave UCCS an opportunity and got the ball back. Well, without any damage, so it's kind of going their way tonight.
Ball. inside to Molstad.
Oh,
Molstad works
strong.
and
Strong
doesn't get
move.
it, and Fikert comes down with it. We've got a foul. And Talene is down on the floor wincing for UCCS. And she'll get up.
Wow.
You know, falling on that hardwood is not pleasant.
Yeah.
She's walking it off. Lauren Bennett, number 24, checks in for the Mountain Lions. And number 23, Peyton Humble, the senior out of Fort Collins for South Dakota Mines.
He's got both coaches a little upset. The officiating crew does right now, but it's not an easy job.
No. Matter of fact,
I think they're
since you're off tomorrow night
Yes,
for
sir.
the men's game, I've got Jerry Evans,
excellent.
longtime high school basketball coach, Southern Colorado. His input sometimes is interesting because of all the times that he's had to make certain calls and not everybody's happy. And
I bet.
He's well. There's something to be said when you're doing a job when you can boot someone out of a game. That's a lot of authority.
Absolutely.
You know, so he's had to do that more than once, and he's got some great stories.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
He'll be there, and we'll have a special treat for you. I'll be doing both broadcasts tomorrow night, again, 5:30 and 7:30 for the women's game. You might recognize the last name, my daughter Alexandra Holden. She will be doing the color commentary for the women's game. First time she'll be on the air with me, so I remember her dribbling a basketball at 2 and 3 years old, bouncing around,
There
and
you go.
now she's going to be on the air with me. So
She'll do a fine job.
you know what it does? It just makes me feel old.
Well, okay.
It just feel old.
I'm
you
not
know.
going to argue with you on that, but I think
it's
it was a great experience, though. Do you have your daughter here with you and be able to? It's that's memorable. That's going to be fun.
Seeing her games a little bit at the YMCA when she's little, and then middle school, and then through high school, and then now it's just
Look at that progression.
wow, time flies.
Oh, big time.
You know.
Wow. Yes.
But that should be a lot of fun. You'll have the night off. Actually,
Well,
not because
not really. I mean, a little bit.
you're
of
doing
baseball
baseball
going on and
stuff.
things. Yeah. So, speaking of going fast, I got a boy there that's senior this year up at Discovery. And
this is it, right?
This is it.
Got to make
they've
that
been
last
going
push.
off to K-State, and that, yeah.
The Wildcats.
Yeah.
Boy, you got to love purple to go there.
Well, it's his
You
high school
really
colors
gotta
too.
love purple.
It's his high school colors too. Believe it
Right?
or not, it's funny.
Maybe that's
It's funny how it
what
worked
they help
out.
tell
Maybe
them. Hey, it's
subliminally.
purple here too,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
You can just come here. You don't have to give up purple.
Exactly.
And purple is the color of royalty, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Sure.
See?
And his
I can
last name-
recruit.
and his last name's King, so
Hey, I can just say, what's your favorite color? You just come here.
you would be a recruiter, yeah.
Yeah,
on the
that's
other
gonna
side-
last.
On the other side over here, Coach Larson, he is
Right.
a recruiter.
Right.
That is his specialty. Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
you look at these Hard Rockers, 8 Colorado players,
Oh,
high
yeah,
school players.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
there's a talent pool he likes to
Big time.
look at here.
Yeah, he's had nothing but success in recruiting. That is his forte.
Yep.
And he always gets some fine basketball players out here. There's no question.
Sure does. Fikert to Bennett, to Vigil, back to Bennett, to Lean. Long range three off, fought for,
Oh,
stays with the
Okay,
Mountain
there we go.
Lions. So, not completely out of it,
No.
but a mountain to climb.
yeah, big time mountain to climb.
But they're Mountain Lions.
Mountain Lions
That's
do
what they're
that.
meant
Is
to
that
do.
what they do?
Man, I'm
That's right.
rolling.
You are on it.
Man, it's scary, isn't it?
No, it's fun.
Sometimes I just
Oh, that's a good move.
think to myself, George, you need help. That's why I have Jeff King.
Yeah, not helping
He's
too
my
much.
buffer. South Dakota Mines.
Oh, my.
6:46 in this game remains. UCCS, great job by Kirsten Vigil to Fikert.
Oh,
Tries to put it up, and she'll draw the foul.
That's good transition there by the Mountain Lions, no question.
Yep. You got to do, sometimes in games when you're down, do what works. Find what works and,
Well, yeah.
and go for it.
And now you're at a point where you really have to push it. You
Yep.
have to force the issue. So,
You got to pull out the stops,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know,
Down by 17.
we talked about this off the air. First shot by Fikert. She's a
shot,
really
nice
solid
shot.
free throw shooter. When it comes to emotion
Yeah.
in any sport,
Exactly.
I heard a coach once say, he said, when it comes to emotion, you have to control your emotions. Don't let them control you. And that's so true
Very
at
true.
every level of sports. Gets them both.
The other thing I say is communication. I mean, it's
Yes.
something that
You-
I have
you have to be vocal.
You have to be vocal. It's something I haven't seen the Mountain Lions do this evening. Not like I'm used to seeing.
Right. So South Dakota Mines with the lead. It's a comfortable lead, but that could change if UCCS can make headway and go on a run. Long shot off the rim by South Dakota Mines. Checking in again will be Shanna Leaf, 0-0 for the Mountain Lions. And Tatum Talene will check out number 44. She's tough.
She is tough.
You know, if I have to give any nicknames, it'd be Tatum Tough Talene.
Tough.
She really is.
That works.
She's from Texas, the Lone Star State. South Dakota Mines working it around.
Yep.
Out to Courtney. Back to Weiss. Dribbles. Good defense by Fikert. Has to go back up top. Molstead. She'll pull the pull-up jumper. Got it! And she'll go to the line.
Wow.
They've had success with taking shots, getting them to drop, and getting the foul.
Oh, yeah, and Molstad right there, poised, got the jumper. Nice release, too. And one now. Look at that.
Through and true.
Smooth.
From the line. Automatic. Fikert sets up shop for the Mountain Lions. To Bennett. Out to Leaf. Good defense by South Dakota Mines. They're starting to shrink the court. Off the rim. And it'll go South Dakota Mines' way. As we said before, if you're just joining us, stay tuned if you like college basketball. Right after this, the men's game will tip off at 7:30. We'll do a quick post game, Jeff King and myself. Summarize our thoughts, views, and ideas for this first game. It's been a good one. It's fun to call games here.
Definitely fun.
Across South Dakota Mines, another long three. Bang from downtown.
This is why they're number one on the RMAC.
Yep. They know how to in and out by V-Hill.
Their three-point shooting's deadly.
Yep. They are snipers.
Yes, they are.
Thought about it. I mean, they're all ready to pull the trigger.
Hey, fun to watch, too. I'm telling you. Having a good time right now.
You start bombing threes early, that makes it tough on your opponent.
No
they
question
start
about it. No question.
But that's why you play 4 quarters.
Yeah.
4:44 remaining in this contest. And they're just working the clock. Nice stuff by Lauren Bennett and
Great
gets the
job.
ball up.
Oh.
Get the foul.
Great block. Wow.
Good defense. And great job bringing it down the floor by Lauren Bennett. She's a solid. Lauren Bennett's a junior, 6-foot guard. She's out of Horizon High School in Thornton, Colorado. A lot of Colorado players on this UCCS roster as well.
Yeah.
Timeout on the floor. 4:34 left in this game. UCCS down 52-31. I'm George Holden. He's Jeff King. Folks, stick with us. We'll take a quick break. We'll bring you action right after this. You're watching and listening to RMAC Basketball, NCAA Division II. Welcome back to the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. Lauren Bennett for the Mountain Lions. UCCS at the line. And misses her first free throw. 4:34 left in this basketball game. South Dakota Mines really came on in the late third, early fourth quarter here, Jeff.
Yeah, they did.
Started hitting some long-range threes, and
they just haven't missed a beat tonight.
UCCS got within about 8.
I think that's about it.
things started to get rough. South Dakota Mines Hard Rockers. Moving it around. Stefik across.
Nice ball movement.
Yep. And they're going to be content to try to drain clock here. 11 seconds on the shot clock. And a foul. Looks on Fikert.
I like Coach Larson's involvement. He really gets involved. He's up. He's animated. He's communicating a lot. I know he's in a spot, and even though they're up big by 20, coaching's never done, is it?
Nope. A lot of it's done in the offseason, to be honest, right?
Absolutely.
When I was coaching football, it's offseason.
Absolutely.
In order to have an actual season, you better be doing the offseason.
You're darn right. You have to.
Here comes Lauren Bennett. Push up the floor to V. Hill. On the right wing, across to Pearson. Pearson, the head fake, drives inside and swatted away by Anna Haugen.
Wow.
Good defense.
Jeez. I know she's an underclassman, but I'm definitely putting her out there as that emotional leader for this team. Every facet of the game is solid.
It is. Anna Haugen.
Wow.
Fort Collins, Colorado, 5'11" guard, sophomore.
Something else.
She's just going to get better, too.
Glad I got to see her tonight. She's something.
Underneath. Got it. Great shot by Lauren Bennett. Uses the glass.
Good positioning down low. Nice inbound pass. Count it.
Left elbow. Good defense by Pearson.
There you go.
And V-Hill comes up with it. Here comes the Mountain Lions. She's pushing
Oh,
hard.
V-Hill.
Stops. Off the backboard. Got it.
Wow.
Good finish by Kristen V-Hill.
Nice job there.
That's how you do it.
Oh, yeah.
Just need more of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And earlier.
Yeah.
South Dakota Mines moving it around, and they're going to play hot potato and keep away here.
Look at this.
Knocked away by V-Hill. 3:07 left on the clock.
Trying to hit Courtney on that pass.
Yep. Looking for the cutter.
That was a UCCS opportunity right there.
The more opportunities you capitalize on, the better odds you win the game. Right?
Absolutely.
It sounds easy, but it's not.
No, it's not. Definitely not.
Because someone's trying to make sure you can.
Well, yeah. And
long three off the rim. Rebound, Lauren Bennett.
Okay.
When Lauren Bennett's in there, she's good on the boards.
Oh, very much so.
Long three. Bennett.
Oh.
That had a couple bounces off the rim. Another long shot. Got it.
Wow.
South Dakota Mines.
Woo.
Sammy Stefek, Fort Collins, Colorado product. Sophomore guard. Bennett to Fikert.
Deadly.
We're under 2.5 to play. Long shot off. Rebound. Weiss pushes down the floor. Kicks it out. Another long shot. Got it again. Stefik.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Stop, pop, let it drop. Stefik.
Oh. She's a machine. Hey.
Fikert says I can do that too.
Yeah.
For three.
Nice shot by Fikert to answer that one. But
Timeout.
wow.
Fikert fearless out there.
Again, it's that 2-to-1 math, George. I mean, that's tough to overcome.
Yep. You got to be willing to lock, load, and fire. And she did.
Yeah, she did.
This is Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference basketball. You're watching and listening here in Colorado Springs. Glad you could join us. The home team, the Mountain Lions at UCCS, they've had a tough run tonight, Jeff. And they ran into well, you look at it on paper, they're, as we said, South Dakota Mines 9th in the conference.
Oh, yeah.
UCCS right behind them in 10th, but South Dakota Mines looks like a pretty good team tonight.
South Dakota Mines just been, well, let's put it this way. UCCS's shots just missing the mark, and the Mines not even near missing the mark. They're deadly, dead on.
Bunch of shooters, too.
And the thing I'm seeing, too, a lot out of South Dakota tonight, well, and I said it early on, and you did as well, their bench strength is tremendous, and they are getting a lot of contribution. Deep. 21 of those points up on the board out of the 58 off the bench. So great testament to good teamwork there all the way around for those ladies of the Hard Rockers.
Good point. You need to get 21 points off the bench. Good things are going to happen.
Absolutely.
3 seniors on the roster for South Dakota Mines, 2 seniors for UCCS, so both relatively very young basketball teams.
Very much so, and both these teams will continue to move forward as the next year or two roll on,
well, there's
they'll
three
be
things
ready.
that happen in team sports, right?
Yeah.
You load, you unload, and you reload.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're loading up.
Well, both teams here have a tremendous upside.
Yes. Ball movement, under 2 minutes to play here at the Lions' Den.
Oh, there
nice
you go.
defense by Kristen Vigil, but
Good
it goes right back to
anticipation.
South Dakota Mines.
Yeah, it did. Good anticipation by Vigil.
Yep. Rawlings in the game, number 14 for South Dakota Mines. Some younger players, and Lauren Bennett with the...
Great collapsing D there.
Yep, Fikert
Wow.
comes up with it. Back to Bennett.
We'll see some more of that.
Bennett is going to drive, loses control, back out to Pearson. Loses control. Trying to get him off the dribble. Vigil inside. Nice pass to Seifert. Seifert up, in, and out.
Boy, that's been a kind of a recurring theme tonight for the Mountain Lions.
Sure has. Again, feed inside.
Sure.
Long range
Oh.
three. Off. Rebound, Fikert. Mountain Lions. Under a minute to play. Knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay with UCCS. And inbounding will be Chelsea Pearson. Sophomore guard out of Highlands Ranch, Mount Vista High School. Seifert to Bennett. Up, and boy, it's been a lot of those tonight.
Too many.
Under 30 seconds to play here in Colorado Springs. Women's basketball, the RMAC. South Dakota Mines drives. They're just going to work the ball around,
they are.
but long-range shot off. Rebound, Seifert, I should say. Under 20 seconds to play. And long-range shot, Vigil off. Rebound, Shackley, the freshman for Arvada, Colorado. For South Dakota Mines, under 3 seconds. And folks, that is going to do it. From Colorado Springs, the Lions Den, UCCS, it's official. South Dakota Mines, they get the sweep over UCCS. They win 58-39. George Holden along with Jeff King, and we're post-game here at Gallagher Events Center in Colorado Springs. And we talked about some different things before the game. We talked at halftime. And a few things, Jeff, that stick out in my mind. The shooting by South Dakota Mines.
Yeah.
They took a lot of shots. They were fearless. Some didn't drop. A lot did.
Wow.
They also, what was key to me, they had several three-point plays tonight. They were able to hit shots and go to the line and finish off.
Yeah.
They were able to get UCCS a little bit in foul trouble in the first half, draw a lot of fouls, which kind of changed the outcome of what you're going to do in the second half. And long story short, UCCS didn't find rhythm and flow here tonight.
No, and that was the key, because as you can tell, looks were there early on, and actually later into the game, just off the rim though, in and outs, a lot of that, and it was, like I said, a recurring theme throughout the evening. The Lady Mountain Lions did a fantastic job at least moving the ball around and adjusting the second half, just not getting things to drop, just aren't going to work in your favor. And not to take anything away or make excuses, but I'll tell you what, did not see a lot of communication out there tonight, as much as I'm used to. I've usually seen a more vocal Mountain Lion team. Crisp passes just weren't there, like I'm familiar with as well.
Right.
And the defense was kind of tailored. I'm going to give credit to Coach Larson in the scheme there offensively for the Mines. There's no question about it.
He did a great
Their
job.
transition game was fantastic. They crashed the boards on both ends. They weren't missing shots. They had high percentage shots, and they made them count. There were a few ladies right there in the third quarter that I'll mention right now. Haugen, a theme throughout the whole game, fantastic. Anna Haugen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really pleased with her game. Weiss and Courtney, two others that really contributed well and actually created the separation after halftime in the third quarter. So once that game was on and it was a back and forth, maybe we'll make two, they'll make one, or vice versa on the three-point game. That's a tough one to overcome when you're down by 20. So credit to the Lady Hard Rockers. They looked fantastic tonight. And as we head into the RMAC tournament play, that's a team right there that can make an impression. And if they can get that last calling or even move up in the next few games and a little help from above, they're going to be a tough out when everything's firing. I was impressed with their game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Good team shooting. And a point to hit on, too, to go on what you said before the game. We talked in the pregame about Shanaleaf and Haugen matching up. Shanaleaf, we can't say it enough, had great looks at the basket, worked hard underneath the paint.
Yeah.
The shots just weren't falling. If you take some of this back and some of those shots start to fall for her, outcome might have affected the outcome a little bit, but nonetheless, it's final. South Dakota Mines gets the sweep. They win over the Mountain Lions of UCCS 58-39. Well, that's the post-game wrap here. I'm George Holden. He's Jeff King. This was the first game of a doubleheader. The men's teams are out on the floor. They'll tip off at 7:30 right now, 19:15 till tip-off. So, folks, do what you got to do. Get coffee, get a drink, soda, whatever, snacks, but get ready to come back for the second game here. The men's game should be a good one. You don't want to miss it here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. RMAC basketball, NCAA Division II. So, folks,